Howdy everybody. Smoking my Peterson, the hand-me-down from my friend's father. And in it, I'm smoking McBaron's Virginia No. 1. I think I've said before, I love McBaron Virginia blends. I think that well, they do everything that I want a tobacco to do. Anyway, so the idea of this video is confessions of a pipe smoker, or smoker's confessions, or whatever. So, so here are some of my confessions as a smoker. I have no problem charring the rims of my pipes. I don't go out of the way to do it, but I don't make any special effort to avoid it. I clench my cigars in my teeth, and I do not mind if they get soggy. Barbaric, I know. I'm a heathen. And my all-time favorite tobacco is an aromatic. McBaron's Scottish Mixture, which I don't really consider an aromatic, but it apparently is classified as one. I opened several tins at once. I always hear pipe smokers who, like, never have more than a couple open at any one time. I pretty much have all of them open at one time. Let me see, what else? I forget to clean my pipes. Sometimes I forget to clean out the bowl, so there might be, 3-week-old tobacco sitting in the pipe bowl. And when I put in a pipe cleaner, it might sit in there for a week. So those are some of my my confessions as a smoker. Be interested to know if anybody else has any secret shames of pipe or cigar smoking that they'd like to share. Did I say share twice? Anyway, so it is rather cold today. It's about 30 degrees right now, and the little porch back here that's screened in, most of the panels are also covered in plastic for added insulation, but it's not perfect. So it's quite cold out here. I've got a mug of tea to help keep me warm, and my pipe bowl is kind of warm in my hand, so it's not bad. And I'm wearing my leather bomber jacket, which is probably the warmest jacket that I own. So as far as winter weather goes, West Tennessee doesn't have it all that bad right now. I think yesterday it was down in the teens most of the day. Last night it got down into single digits. I think about midnight last night it was about 7 or 8 degrees, which I know some of you guys in the northern states, if any of you guys in the northern states actually watch my videos, I know you guys have like wind chills going down to -50 in some of the states. So yeah, Tennessee overall doesn't have it too bad, and I'm pretty well used to the cold. I like cold weather, so I'm not, to me, 30 degrees is pretty nice walking around weather. I wish there were I wish that we had more. What am I saying? I wish we had any places to hike out here in West Tennessee. We don't really have much in the way of nature trails or anything like that. So I would really love to, go out in the woods and smoke, but alas. But I think it's kind of funny. At what point does hobby become habit when you're willing to sit out in, below freezing temperatures in order to indulge yourself? But I don't know. Like, it is a pretty day out here. I wanted a pipe, so I decided to sit out here with a pipe. Smoking a pipe or a cigar outdoors is one of my ways of celebrating pleasant weather. So today kind of counted to me. But then again, yesterday I actually kind of broke my own, because I'll eat, like, I try not to smoke more than once a day. A pipe or a cigar, and even then, if I smoke more than 2 or 3 times in one week, then I'm really indulging myself. I don't smoke all that much. So yesterday I headed into Jackson because one of the things I got for Christmas was a PS3, and yeah, PS3. I'm a little bit behind the times. I don't think there's any sense in getting a PS4 right now because they don't have anything out on it yet. And the PS3, that pretty much every Naughty Dog game that came out, all three Uncharted games, The Last of Us, things like that I have not gotten to play that I very much want to, or at the time I had not. I have since blown through all of them. I finished the Uncharted games in record time, and I just finished The Last of Us a couple days ago, and man, I love me some Naughty Dog. Though those guys can make games. I mean, and those the stories are fantastic, and I love their cinematic approach to making games. But anyway, the model of the PS3 that I got is the 12 gig, which I wanted to upgrade the hard drive on it because 12 gigs, when the PS3, some of the games are so big that it has to do a partial install to cut down on load times. So if you want to play any, if you want to play a couple games at a time, then you kind of, or if you want to download games or anything like that, you need more than 12 gigs. So I drove to Jackson to go to that's the closest Best Buy that we have around here, so about 50-mile drive. I went out there to get a hard drive, and because the nice thing about the PS3 is you can use any 2.5-inch SATA laptop hard drive, pretty much. I think it's got to be like 5,400 RPM, but you know. So anyway, on the way out there, I've kind of gotten, every now and then I'll go on a cheap cigar kick, and I usually get sick of it because I can't find a whole lot of cheap cigars that really compare in my mind. But I've come across this brand called Cuban Rejects, and the only reason those are cheap, they're segundos, seconds, and they're made by new rollers basically. They're handmade. It's all Nicaraguan grown tobacco, hand rolled, and the people that roll the segundos are new, and there are imperfections in the cigars, so they sell them super cheap. Like you're paying like quorum prices, like a $1.50, $1.60 for a cigar, and man, they are good. And like maybe if they charged like $5 or $6 per cigar, they wouldn't taste as good to me. But with it being less than $2 per cigar, I don't know if it's just kind of a placebo effect or whatever, but those are some good cigars. Like, I can't believe how good they are for being so cheap. So I had one of those on the way out there. Really, really enjoyed it, and it's a good Churchill sized cigar. So had kind of enjoyed that. And then when I got out to Jackson, I got my hard drive, picked up a 3-month subscription to try out PS Plus, and then of course I went by the cigar shop because I always go by the cigar shop when I'm there. Picked up a little one of his little after Christmas deals. It's like 5 cigars for $10, and it's this little brand. I don't even know if it's a proper brand, but they were labeled Havana Leaf, which I like. So I'm like, well, $10, 5 cigars, that's pretty good. I'll give it a shot. And I grabbed a Habano wrapper nub cigar, which is one of my favorites, one of my personal favorites. And I smoked that on the way home, and did not really enjoy that as much as I did the Cuban Reject I'd had on the way down there. So your mileage may vary, I guess. So it's kind of funny the cheap ass cigar. In that case, I enjoyed more than the what is typically thought of as a more consistently good experience for a cigar. So I guess things will surprise you. But yeah, yesterday was a 2 cigar day, and I loved it. Like I don't smoke I don't smoke a whole lot, and I certainly don't smoke as much as I would like to. I would if I could, I would probably be smoking pipes and cigars like all day every day, but I think that would be just too excessive. But anyway, that was the little video turned into a ramble, I guess. But you know, even though for the South it's pretty cold right now, it's a beautiful day. So I'm gonna go enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Hope none of you are having really bad weather. I know some people in the deep South, like down in Georgia and that's like Georgia, Mississippi, Texas, places like that. They they had some very, very I wouldn't say unseasonable weather, but I mean, it's winter, it's supposed to be cold, but they had some unaccustomed weather. They're not used to getting the kind of snowfall that they got, and so they're all kind of, there were school buses that got stranded on the road, and kids who had to stay in the schools last night or something like that because of they weren't able to get picked up, or they weren't actually they were not safely able to leave the premises, so they had to stay overnight, which is every kid's nightmare, having to stay all night at the school. But anyway, rambling again. Anyway, you guys take it easy. Happy trails.